Welcome back to Jessie Lifestyle at Home. We are back to working on the longest DIY bathroom renovation in history. I feel like we've been working on this bathroom since February, the beginning of February. And I just wanted to throw back to what it looked like just so we can appreciate where we are and how far we have come. My husband and I have done all of this ourselves, except for installing the new window in here. But we are back to finishing up the tiling in this room so we can move on and do the cabinets and really work on all the fun stuff like decorating and cleaning and organizing and all the fun stuff. I cannot wait to take a hot shower in my shower. I, of course, picked the fussiest tiles to work with. We did the polished tiles in here, and we also decided to do a stacked placement. And so everything has to line up. All of the grid lines need to line up. All of the grout lines need to line up. Everything, it has to be perfect. So this was very fussy to deal with. The tile was hard to cut and chipped a lot. And yeah, if I could go back, I would have picked the cheap tile and, done a running stack bond or something, a third bond, did something different instead of what we did here. But, learning lessons and having to have a lot of patience with what we're doing. My husband has been super busy at work, so we've only been able to work probably 3 or 4 hours both days of the weekends, and that's pretty much it. So this is why it's taking forever. And also because we had to cut as we go. As you can see, I'm installing, he's cutting and back buttering for me so that we can have a really good working pace here. But this took forever and was super slow, and I do not recommend doing this. Luckily, we have a very strong marriage, and we did not want to divorce each other by the end of it, but I have to say a few choice words were said to each other, and then at the end of the day, we high five, we hug it out, and we move forward. But this was very frustrating to do. This whole bathroom renovation has been very frustrating, has been taking forever, and I cannot wait to take a hot shower. I cannot wait to take a nice hot soak in my bath. I cannot wait to wash my hands at my new sink and do my makeup and do my hair in here and just enjoy being in the bathroom. I'm over the renovation. The dopamine has worn off. I'm not getting any joy from any of this. This is just work and not fun anymore at all. So I have to give my husband props. This is our first time really doing actual tiling. We've tiled floors, we've done backsplashes, but I feel like tiling a whole shower is a different next level. And he did so good on all of the cuts and figuring out the measurements because we have to think ahead. You can't just cut really as you go. You really have to think about where each tile is going and the placement of everything. We bought a lot of new tools. We have this handy tile suction cup thing to help move it. We also bought a vibrator to help collapse the ridges. We bought new bits for the drill to drill holes. We bought grinders. We bought all kinds of stuff. So we could probably open up a tiling business. No, we would never do that because we're still not great at it. As best as we could, we definitely made some DIY beginner mistakes and learned as we are going. So yeah, here I am working on the bottom of the niche. I didn't take too much video here because it was really close quarters and the camera kept falling. So I did the best I could to capture what we were doing, but I will definitely show you a after shot. We did make a mistake here with the planning of everything because originally way back we decided we were going to do 12 by 24 tiles, or 24 by 48 inch tiles, and they ended up going out of stock, so I ordered just 12 by 24 tiles. So when we planned the niche, this wouldn't have been a huge problem. Like, we would have had a full tile at the bottom here, but since we ended up going with the 12 by 24, we end up with a sliver tile right below the niche. So again, like, lessons learned, like we made the wall prior to us buying the actual size tiles that we were going to use, because we originally were going to do the bigger tiles, so it wouldn't have mattered. But you kind of just have to figure it out and, you know, problem solve as you go. So as you can see, it's definitely not perfect. It's definitely DIY-y. And I ended up tiling the rest of that wall, and then this is the area where the bathtub is going. We ended up having to redo the grout on this area, or the thin set on this area, because as you can see, it's a really runny. So he ended up having to go remix the thin set, and then we got to work on finishing up the wall under the window. And this is actually the next day. My husband had to go to work, so I went ahead and mixed up the grout. We went with the color Avalanche, which is just white, and you'll end up seeing, remember I was worried that the tiles were way too gray, but when I end up putting in the white grout, they end up like balancing out and looking more white in the end. So I was very happy about that, because I was really just upset that the tan floor was too tan and the walls, which were supposed to be white, were looking too gray, and then it just clashed. But once you put all the finishing details in, it ends up looking really, really nice. And my husband was gone, so I ended up mixing all of the bags of grout myself and grouting the entire shower myself. And I ended up having to mix up 3 bags to cover the entire shower. So I would trowel it on and go as far as I could, and waited for about a half an hour for the grout to set, and then I would take a different bucket and wash it down. Don't worry, I didn't make you guys watch all of that, just because it was kind of tedious, and I kind of just stayed in one place for quite a while. But you can see the difference between the ungrouted and the grouted side. It just definitely makes the whole thing look a lot better. You better sit inside. The worst bit was having to climb up on the ladder, and my arms and back were killing me by the end of it because it was just up and down on the ladder, and then also having to change out my water buckets and everything to wipe everything down. But it really is starting to come together, and I'm loving the way that it's turned out, even with all the imperfections.
Let's pretend this isn't my life. Let's pretend it was a great night. Let's pretend that it was real nice. Let's pretend that it's a movie. Let's pretend that it's a story. Let's pretend that it was glorious. 'Cause that's where I do my best work.
And while I waited that half hour for the grout to kind of set up, I went ahead and added some of the drywall mesh like to this edge of the schluter and the tile, and filled in the big hole that was there and worked on some drywall. I also hopped over to the other side and was working on some drywall. This wall kind of bowed a little bit, so I was just basically filling in where the schluter met the wall and doing some repairs and patches. We at first we're going to wrap the tile around, but then when I realized my husband couldn't do the 45s like I wanted, we ended up just deciding to end the tile at the wall, and then we'll do baseboard on this little front facing piece here. But I was just kind of what is the word, filling in, smoothing out the drywall and just kind of making it look a lot better on this side. Okay, here it is all grouted. I do need to silicone around all of the change of plane, like the floor, the vertical tiles over there, in there. I did some drywall up here, did some drywall over there, but yeah, I grouted all day today and we are getting so much closer. All right, I went around and siliconed all of the horizontal and vertical places that I needed to do. Ignore the ceiling. Still gotta do drywall repairs. Still need to do this entire half of the room. But we're getting there.